Day 150. Yep, almost halfway through the year. Cooking down the refrigerator, freezer, and pantry. So, wow, that's a long time. Well, it's working. I'm saving lots of money, and I'm buying things from my garden. So if you're short on money, check your groceries. Best way. Now, I'm not saying buy cheap food or skimp on your nutrition to buy other things. Oh, no, no, no. I eat very well. I eat very nutritious meals, but I still have money left for other things because I use up what I have. I use all my food. I try not to waste anything. Does it ever happen that I miss something and I do waste something? Oh yes, of course. But then sometimes, depending on what it is, I feed it to my worms or I make compost out of it. So I'm feeding my plants instead of myself when I do that. So today it's back to the gardening. I always feel pretty good in the morning because my back has had a chance to stretch out. It's just my whole spine, my neck all the way down to my lower back. And what happens is the more I sit in an upright position or stand, the more my spine compresses. So I think I need a stretcher or something. But the only thing that seems to help it then is stretching out. So, but we forge on. So this morning, again, I'm going to not walk real far since I'm doing the gardening, but I do want to keep moving. So, and I have a plan for my meals. I made the strata yesterday with the pizza, and I think that turned out really well. So I'll eat that today. And I have more produce that needs to be cooked down. And I want to cook all that up before I get anything new. And I think I have one lettuce left, romaine, that I want to eat up. And then I have a few leaves that I'm going to harvest from my little Ambiano hydroponic garden. So I'm not going to go real gung-ho on indoor gardening yet. I'm going to do more of that in the late fall and winter and early spring, but I'm going to concentrate more on my outdoor garden. And doing both is a little bit much right now, but I'm very happy with the way my little gardens inside are turning out. So anyway, I woke up to the most delightful little bird singing a song this morning. I had the window open since it's been so nice here, and it was just so delightful listening to this little bird. She was singing her heart out, and she probably has babies somewhere. But yeah, so I'm going to see what's for breakfast this morning after I take my walk and forge on for the day. All right, I'll be back in a little while, day 150, and we'll see what's in the fridge. Time to go for a walk, day 7. So it's been a week, and I'm thinking probably wasn't the best idea to start walking and doing all this gardening at the same time, but I'm not stopping. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to work through it. So the mulcher people were here today. They mulched my garden, but they didn't mulch over there where I put the cardboard, and I asked them to. Oh well, but it looks good. Looks really nice. Flowers are still doing well. All right, so I'm going to go for a walk now, and I have some water with me, and I have my fan. All right, I'll see you when I get back for day 150 breakfast. Breakfast, day 150. So let's see. I went to Mark's yesterday and I bought these. I bought 3 of these because the bottles are narrow, and with my arthritic thumbs sometimes they kind of, if something's too fat, I can't carry it real long. So I'm going to drink these, but my intention was to save the water bottle for when I walk. So I have 3 of those, and I do need to drink more to stay hydrated. So I actually drank some pop yesterday, but I don't like it when it's real fizzy, so I put lots of ice. My granddaughter left this when she came and she didn't drink it, so I figured I'll drink it. So I had like half a can. I still have 1 banana, an apple, some yogurt. I'm not in the mood for that right now. I think I'm going to finish up this last avocado, because I know they're starting to get really soft. So I'm going to have that. Same thing I had yesterday. And these are getting soft too. So, and these are all things, not the avocado, but the fruit, all things that I got on markdown. So I have enough chopped up salad for dinner later. And I still have a little tiny bit of bread. I'm going to finish up that Walmart bread. And tomorrow I had to call in for a prescription at Walmart, so I'm not picking that up today. I want to garden today. So I'm going to pick that up tomorrow, and I think while I'm there, I'll pick up another loaf of bread. So, okay, that's going to be breakfast today. I'm not sure what I'm having for dinner. I still have that strata that I made. I might save that for breakfast for tomorrow. But I still have some leftover pasta. And in here I have a cabbage that I need to eat. So I might make some cabbage and noodles and stick some of this burger from the restaurant the other day, because I want to finish that up. And I think that'll mellow this down a little bit so it won't be so spicy. I mean, it's not like in your face spicy, it's just too spicy for me. All right, well, I will meet you at the stove. Okay, well, my lighting is back to normal. I don't know what I did different, but I'm making my guacamole, and I use lemon pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and everything bagel seasoning. And I seem to like that combination. If you like your guacamole to be a little more tart, add some lime juice or even lemon juice. So this is my last avocado, and maybe I'll just wait until Aldi's has them on sale again. They used to be 59 cents. Last time I looked, when they were on sale, they were 79 or 89 cents. So But I'm not going to stop totally buying avocados because I do like them. Alright, so I'm just going to put that on toast. That's the end of my Walmart bread. And I bought these blood oranges on the reduced rack. And they are, from the beginning, they've been pretty dry. I don't know if you've ever had a dry orange, but they're pretty dry. But I'm going to eat them anyway. After this, I have one more left. And as I was looking for a to-go thing that I could take water on my walk. So when I looked in my cupboard in the garage where I keep my overflow plastic storage, food storage, I came across these two water bottles that I've had for years that I really haven't used, and they have a water filter in them. It just goes right in. They're made by Rubbermaid, and then they have this insulating cover. I took them apart to wash them, and so I took this with me this morning, and it kept me hydrated. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and finish making my breakfast here. Alright, so this morning I'm having 3 pieces of toast instead of 2, the whole little mini avocado, and a blood orange, a very dry blood orange. Then I'm going to go out and start planting things in the garden and try and figure out how I can do that without totally being non-functional by the end of the day. Alright, I'll be back later and we'll see what's dinner. Day 150. So I got some things done in the yard. And now it's time for dinner. So I still have this pasta, and I'm going to make some of that. And I have this salad from yesterday. I'm going to have some of that. And my bean burger from Chili's. I'm going to get that out. And I still have a cabbage that's been in here quite a long time. Still perfectly good. So I'm going to have some cabbage and noodles and put a little bit of that burger in there. Alright, that is what's going to be for dinner, day 150. Alright, I will meet you at the stove. Okay, well, I'm not quite as exhausted as I have been. I planted impatiens and begonias in my backyard, and I was able to sit during most of the process. Right? Did you keep me company? Yes, you did. Alright, so here's the cabbage, and it's probably at least, I don't know, 2 months old. It's been a while. So I'm just going to cut this up. And I don't want to make a ton, but let's see, I want to make it the appropriate amount for the pasta. And that's really for 2 meals. So tomorrow I plan on working in the yard some more. But we are supposed to get some rain tomorrow. Alright. Now I've just been taking leaves off of here and cutting them up, but I think this time, poor guy is trying to get some roots. This time I'm just going to cut some up. and stick it in the frying pan because I don't want to fool around too long. What, would you like some cabbage? I don't know if you would like cabbage. Well, I guess that answers that question. Cabbage is good, huh? They love their greens. Alright, well, I'm just going to cut this up a little bit. And then, I don't know, I might even make coleslaw out of the rest of it. Or stick it in the soup. I'm not sure. There you go. Do your dogs, if you have dogs, do they like produce? I don't feed my dogs a vegetarian diet, but they do like their vegetarian crunchies. Alright, well, I think maybe a little bit more. And this won't take long to cook, and I'm glad because I want to be done for the day. Alright, that's good. The rest I'm putting back in this, it's like a green bag, and that's what it's lived in since I brought it home. Okay, well, I'm just going to saute this in a little butter, and I'll be back once I get this cooked up. So today was about 82 or 83 degrees. I store my cut up lettuce in a mason jar. It keeps it really nice. Once I cut it up, I put it in there. Before that, I store it in a green bag with a paper towel. So yesterday I had a marinated egg in beet juice, pickled egg, that's what I want to say. And it was really tasty. I think I'm going to make some more of those. Alright, in goes my cabbage. And this should not take long at all to cook. There we go. And then I'm going to add this bean burger. I'm going to let this cook first because this is already cooked. Yep, still spicy. But I'm not going to make this spicy. And the pasta, of course, isn't spicy. And I'll probably only use half of this. And I don't know, make the rest maybe with eggs or something. I mean, I don't want to waste it, and you know restaurant food is expensive, so. Alright, I'm going to season my cabbage with some garlic salt. And my two favorite spices, garlic powder and onion powder. I put that on almost everything. So today when I was gardening, I had my little, as seen on TV, neck fan on, and boy, that was really nice. It let me work longer because I wasn't having a meltdown from the heat. Now, I don't have hot flashes anymore. I never had a lot of hot flashes to begin with, but I just can't take the heat and I can't take the cold. So, but I worked in the shade and it was pleasant with my little neck fan. Alright, I'm going to let this cook, and I'm sure you don't want to hear this sizzle, so I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, I'm going to stick a little bit of this burger in there. This bean burger is a little on the soft side. I prefer a bean burger that's a little firmer, but I'm going to eat it anyway. I mean, it's not horrible. But, alright, I'm just going to stick all this pasta in there. Well, maybe all of it. I'll start with that much. I might just save some for another noodle and egg breakfast in the morning. And maybe I could use the rest of the bean burger with noodles and eggs. Alright, I'm going to just stick a little bit more butter in there. So this looks pretty good. What do you think? Would you eat this? And of course you can always use regular hamburger. If you're a meat eater. Alright, I'm going to save this much for noodles and eggs, and I'll have that in the morning. I ate up all my avocados, those are gone. And I do have one more banana. I have some soy milk left. I still have a lot of food. So I try not to spend more than $100 a month on food, and that includes stocking up my pantry. So far so good. I've got it down to where I don't need a whole lot of things in my pantry anymore, but I still stock up a little bit. Okay, there we go. And I probably won't eat all of this because I have a salad too. I'll start out with that much. And I can always eat more because, like I said, I would like to lose 10 or 12 pounds. We'll see if that happens. Okay. So I added some green olives to the salad and some of my pickled onions. And there's my cabbage and noodles and bean burger. So there we have it. Dinner, day 150, and that should fill me up. Alright, I'll be back after dinner was pretty good. It really, cooking that burger that way really took a lot of that heat out. I didn't add any pepper or anything to the cabbage and noodles, so I think it was pretty good. So I like to use up things. I don't like to throw anything away, especially if you're going out to a restaurant. Sometimes you see people
and they leave half their plate, and of course it gets thrown away. And I can't do that. You know, restaurants are expensive. You know, you pay anywhere from $15 to 20-some dollars for a meal, and I certainly don't want to leave half of it on the plate. And I always get several meals out of a restaurant dish. So I ended up, I put the rest of the pasta, I'm going to make it tomorrow for brunch with an egg, and the rest of it, and then that'll be it for the burger. And I still have a serving for dinner. I still have a serving of cabbage and noodles, and I still have my strata that I made. So tomorrow will be leftovers. And I always like leftovers. I don't want to eat the same thing for 3 or 4 days in a row, but I don't mind mixing and matching things for a couple days. So I actually did manage to get quite a few pots planted. Not my vegetables, but impatiens and begonias. I planted several containers in the backyard, and it's starting to look really nice. And like I said, this year I don't want to get any expensive plants. Our Marks now has half flats for $6.99. So for $14, you get a flat, which is way cheaper than the nurseries that charge about $30. So I ended up getting 2.5 flats. And most of those are planted now. I still have a few that I need to put in a pot. But yeah, so today was pretty good. I wasn't horrible after the end of the day. I actually stopped earlier so I could make a little dinner and get a shower. So now I'm going to relax, and that's that. So if you're struggling with your food, try and reinvent some of your dishes. Get the basics if you can't afford anything else. Get basic food and mix and match. That'll help you out. And my friend Creative Lori, she only spends $25 a month on food, which I think is pretty darn good. And she comes up with some really creative ways to eat food. So you might want to head over to her channel, and it's Lauri, Creative Lori, and check out some of her meals. Now she's a pescatarian, mostly vegetarian, so if you're in a bind and you are a meat eater, you might want to replace just a few meals with some vegetarian meals. And there are tons and tons of recipes online for vegetarians, and don't be afraid of the protein. You'll get plenty of protein. So anyway, that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. Thanks for watching.